We have to analyze it. I will tell you a little something more white history. Say all they can them up throughout slavery. Say we are black and very ugly. I lie them up telling of the history of black. The whole of them agree. They come out of the mountains and it's so we see. Here we go, my friends. In the black and white history. Yeah. It's blah, blah, blah. It's fight, fight, fight. But let me tell the story. Yes, it's blah, blah, blah. It's fight, fight, fight. Let me tell the story. May I will tell you a little too about the black histories. The people who can hear and those who can see. When the first to come up with and not tell me. Analyze the truth about the way body when the first to come up with biology. Analyze the Latin society when the first to come up with ecology. Construct the pyramids that you see when the first to come up with psychology. Analyze the modern facility when the first to come up with musicology. The reason that you so let me rock see correction, my friend.
What's good, bro?
Yes, sir. You all right?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
We all live. We all live. Hold on one second. Hold on.
Let's do it. Yeah. 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 That's how you start a show, bro.
Yes, sir.
Get the vibes right. Get the vibes right. Word. Oh, yeah, what?
Can you hear me?
Yep. Trying to see how to share the link with people real quick.
I will tell you something more white history. Say, oh, we were black and very ugly. And like them tell enough to them history of that is the flow like them agree. We come out of the mountains and move up the sea. Here we go, my friends, in the black and white history. Yeah, it's black, 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 it's white, white, white. But let me tell the story.
Oh, yes.
Yo.
It's white, white, white. Let me tell the story. I will tell you about the black history. The people who can hear and those who can see. Where the first come with anatomy. Analyze the truth about the way, but the way come with biology. Analyze the lesson of society. Where the first come with ecology. Also, pyramids that you see. Where the first come with psychology. Analyze the modern facility. Where the first come up with musicology. To put the rhythm that you soul and make it rock steady. Correction, my friend.
In the black and white history, yeah. It's black, 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 it's white. So let me tell the story. Yes, it's black, black, it's white. So let me tell the story.
Tell it.
Black and white story in my mind. Ooh, yeah. Say we have to analyze it. Wagwan, Joshua.
What's going on, me brother?
You been, family? What's happening, man? You all right?
Yeah, I'm blessed, man. I'm feeling real solid in life right now.
That's what it's all about, man. Being solid. And those that don't know and those that are just coming aboard, we got Joshua Sarah in the mother flipping building.
Flipping all the mothers, man. We flipping them.
We flipping all the mothers and making sure they're growing into be their very best.
Absolutely, man.
That's what I'm talking about. So before we get into that, let me just shout out what we got to shout out and all the stuff I got to shout out, and then we're gonna get into who is the one, the only Joshua Sarah. First time doing Zoom with me on my YouTube channel.
I appreciate the invite, bro.
Well, yeah, I appreciate you doing the event this coming Sunday at St. Francis College. So I'm definitely happy to have you aboard. And I know you bring a lot of information, being that you're not only a teacher, but you are a spoken word extraordinaire, a poet extraordinaire. So I'm happy to have you. I've worked with you a numerous times. I had you open up for a few people, but you've been itching to get back in. So we're gonna do this right. We're gonna do this right.
Yeah.
All right. So
Right.
hold on, let me just shout out what's coming up. All right, family, this is King Simon. Just remember the website is kingsimonproductions.eventbrite.com. That's kingsimonproductions.eventbrite.com. Once again, kingsimonproductions.eventbrite.com if you want the early bird tickets for the big event. But before I mention that, I want to let everybody know that on Saturday, I will be at the Alhambra Ballroom. That's right, a Black-owned and operated Masonic place.
Hey.
The Alhambra Ballroom, that's 2116 Adam Clayton Powell Jr. Boulevard. From 2 to 6 p.m., I will be speaking with the young 13-year-old entrepreneur, King Na.
Nice.
Ash Cash, the extraordinary entrepreneur himself. Brother Quasi is producing that. John Quasi is producing that. And I will be breaking down the numbers and the mathematics of the year going into 2020 and beyond. And remember, and that's happening this Saturday, November the 9th.
Wait. I just got invited to perform in that myself, bro.
Oh, you okay? Oh, you performing? Oh, see, all right. I didn't know that. He didn't tell me nothing. See,
like they literally just asked me today. I was like, yeah,
okay.
details. I'm still waiting to hear some details, but yeah, I'll be there too, bro.
Okay, they're good. I'm happy to hear that. So, okay. I won't be surprised if he want me to MC a few times. And no, I like to keep the fire.
Fire.
Yeah, fire on. But so, okay, Joshua just said he's gonna be there. So, hey, we got a double header this weekend. So, okay,
all weekend, bro.
We're gonna be there. Turn your social media followers into money, man.
Yeah.
I've been doing that for a long time without this. To tell you the truth, I started with just flyers and posters. That was our social media back in the day. Phone call. Come on, we got it. That's how we used to do it. So, hey, I've been doing this for a while. I've been celebrating 24 years professionally, but 40 years as my life. I started doing promotion at 12 years old. But again, we'll be at the Alhambra Ballroom Saturday, November the 9th. Doors open at 1:30 and the event starts from 2 to 6. And if you want to purchase tickets for that, please go to secondbusinessexpo.eventbrite.com. Let me say it again, secondbusinessexpo.eventbrite.com. One more time, secondbusinessexpo.eventbrite.com. And if you want to vend at this event, you could call Brother Quasi at 347-496-2390. That's 347-496-2390. Tickets are available, more at the door. So we will be able to do it. Oh my goodness. And on Sunday, woo-hoo-wee!
More energy than a whole box of Frosted Flakes, man. Like,
say that again, bro?
You got more energy than a whole box of Frosted Flakes, bro. Like, I love it.
I used to eat Frosted Flakes too. Stop playing.
We don't do that no more.
No, I don't do that no more. No, don't do that no more. No more. The sugar had me going when I was a child. So, had me bouncing. That's why I got in trouble so much. But this coming Sunday, discount with the flyers. Make sure you go to my IG and find a discount at the door flyers. You know, I'm a promoter. I've been doing it for a while, and I noticed that there was a lot of events coming up to mine right before mine. So what I did is produce some flyers that said discount with this flyer if you come to the door. I made sure that all those events giving out those flyers. So if they can't buy it on Eventbrite, that's kingsimonproductions.eventbrite.com. As a promoter that I am, I gotta play chess, right, Josh? Gotta play chess. I can't play chess. Gotta play chess. So I played chess, and sure enough, it's been working, and people are just gonna come to the door, and people are buying tickets and all that. So you gotta balance it off. That's what I learned in the promotional business. So I'm celebrating 24 years celebration in promotion and production. I want to thank also Brother Jashua for doing the new flyers that he put on social media for me. Big up to you, Josh. Thank you very much. Also, the theme of it is called Health, Wealth, Love, Spirituality, and Mathematical Thinking for the Future, into the future, with KT, the arts degree, his wife, the Oracle, Monsho, and Nawasha from the Acoma House Initiative. We know that is the substitute or is an alternative for Valentine's Day, but they celebrated 7 days in that month of February. So they're going to be there to break it down. And we got Abundance Child from Drop Squad Kitchen. And of course, we got our brother, Joshua Sarah, who is that poet extraordinaire. He's going to be speaking, breaking down that mathematical technology and dropping it hot inside there. Also, we got a special cool news report at Nairobi Sila. Now, we haven't not seen Nairobi in a long time.
A long time.
Haven't seen Nairobi in a long time. She's a big teacher slash principal slash everything now. So she's doing her thing. She's a real Virgo spirit for real. So she's doing her thing. So big up to Nairobi. He's going to do the cool news report. Live performance by Pharaoh Rising and Modesty. And I think, Josh, you might drop a few poems, right? You might, in between your set, you might drop a few that you don't know. How you feel? You all right?
Yeah, if you want me to do that, I got you, bro. We celebrate.
Hey, look, shoot, you bring your drums. You bring your drums too if you want. We're gonna have some fun.
Bro.
It's all at 180 Remsen Street. That's St. Francis College, downtown Brooklyn. Doors open at 1 p.m. The event starts at 2. It's $25 in advance, more at the door. But if you bring those discount flyers, you get a percentage taken off at the door price. Now the door price is not $40 and $50. The door price is only $35, only $10 more. So you probably get $5 or $10 taken off, more likely $5 taken off at the door. And remember, at all of my events, children are absolutely free. So bring the babies so they can learn from the elders. So you're never too young to learn, and you're never too old to learn, and you're never too young to teach, and you're never too old to teach. So it is what it is. And like I said, go to KingSimonProductions.eventbrite.com, KingSimonProductions.eventbrite.com, KingSimonProductions.eventbrite.com. Now, I will not be live streaming it on USA Livestream, so I will sporadically stream it in and out of all the artists and all the speakers. I'll probably doing it on YouTube at King Simon Present, but if you can send me a donation via Cash App, $10, $5, whatever you want. I'm just gonna, it's a celebration. Celebrate good time. Come on. Let's celebrate. That's what we're gonna do. And my brother Joshua, guess what? I will be speaking at Temple University in Philadelphia that Thursday coming up, November the 14th.
Nice. Good.
For the first time, teaching on the holistic numerology and how numbers can work for people holistically. This is my first time being invited to a university of that caliber, so I am definitely happy. I'm going to be speaking at the Pan-African Studies Community Education Program, and it's called Self-Discovery. It's a self-discovery class, how to use numbers. And remember, if you're going to be in Philly, it's absolutely free, but you must give them a call if you want to make it in the building, because you know you got security and all that stuff at Temple. The number is 215-871-0736. That's 215-871-0736. I'll say it again for you. 215-871-0736, and that's going to be at Temple University on the second floor at 1509 Cecil B. Moore Avenue. That's 1509 Cecil B. Moore Avenue, second floor, Philadelphia, inside Temple University. Where Bill Cosby be at? Haven't seen him in a while. But it is what it is. So getting right into it, before I get into it, these two great books, Joshua Sarah. Yeah, see, you know I'm the promoter forever. I'm the promoter forever. This one is called If I Could Sing, I Would Sing a Song for the Black Woman. It's on Amazon and Kindle. It's on Amazon and Kindle, that one right there. Make sure you get that book. If I Could Sing, I Would Sing a Song for the Black Woman. And the other one is Black Hole. Powerful stuff, powerful poetry and spoken word books. I gotta big up Joshua for that. And of course, I gotta big up my stuff because he's one of my editors for the book. So I gotta pick this one up. Of course, no promotion is bad promotion, and all publicity is good publicity. That is, just spell my name right. It's not only Joshua is an editor, a writer. He can edit your books if you want and all that kind of stuff. He does all of that. He edited this book for me. I know you edited a whole lot of stuff. Don't forget, Dr. Africa is also my publisher. So remember, every time you support me, you support the elder. Every time you support me, you support the elder. Also, for my numerology book, make sure you go to Amazon and Kindle. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. This is also a top seller now. Boy, Lloyd called me and said, yo, King, your book is selling like crazy. I said, brother, I don't stop promoting. Lloyd Strayhorn could call me and tell me that. I'm like, whoa, thank you, sir. Thank you for letting me know. I don't pay attention to all that, Joshua. You know me. I keep it moving. I got things to do. Also, numbers are simple. Our children's health is important. If you're thinking about understanding not only your children's health, because all of us are children of the Almighty Creator or the essence of the divine masculine and feminine, look, it's for you too because you're a child. So numbers are simple. Our children's health is important. A basic health guide for children and adults. How to use the Earth Day or birthday to help the family. That is what we got on the line. And all of these books are available on Amazon and Kindle. Joshua, how are you, my brother? How are you, my brother?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling like the ancestors love me.
Well, yeah, how's the children doing, man? You know, you like a homeschooling guru now.
I'm having to become one.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm homeschooling both of them now, man.
Wow.
Yeah, my oldest son's been homeschooling since like the beginning of October almost, and my youngest just started last week. So yeah, just putting it together, man, figuring out.
Congratulations, brother.
Yeah, like I don't even think it's a bad thing. I was actually getting excited about it when I was seeing all these other parents who are refusing the vaccines, and so they're having to homeschool, and it's making us have to talk to each other and figure out how to raise our children together like we're supposed to be doing anyway. So
exactly. And that's good, man, because I know, you know, privately, I know your struggles. I know what you've been through. You know, you know what it is, and it is what it is. And that's why I'm happy that someone like you do that. And I think we need to form a homeschooling community. You know,
I'm working on that right now. I've been calling the people who, you know, who are interested in that and finding some resources. I was just on the phone today for about an hour, getting a whole bunch of resources and finding different ways that we can make sure our children get what they need, because you get a way better education from homeschooling than they getting in the schools anyway. So it's not like I lost out on something. What I lost was a place where my children were being poisoned mentally and physically and spiritually and emotionally. So is that a loss? I don't think so.
No, it's not. Now, have you got in contact with Kaba Hiawatha, Professor Coleman? He has a curriculum, you know. I can give you his email and give you his number.
I got his email. Yeah, we go back and forth sometimes. So
yeah, him and Professor Smalls or Professor Jeffries, man, get that syllabus, man. Get them things from them, elders.
That's a good look, because that's the main thing I was trying to figure out is I got to put together a whole curriculum, you know?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, that's beautiful if they've already got something that I can just modify.
Oh yeah, he definitely has. Definitely Kaba has one. Remember, he's a former teacher for 31 years.
Yeah. I've hit him up for stuff like that before. Like, hey man, I need some curriculum. So he's put me on some stuff.
And also Marcus Klein, if you need to talk to brother in Chicago, Marcus is doing wonderful work. He just opened up his school in Chicago, and he was doing a lot of homeschooling. He's definitely like he got the children reading all of the continents of Africa, all the little countries in Africa, and he's breaking it. I mean, he's doing it. I mean, Marcus is doing it.
Marcus, what's his last name?
Marcus Klein. He's also on Facebook. You can hit him up on the private messenger, tell him what you're doing and because he did talk about that too. And also Dr. Baruti. Dr. Baruti has a private school in Atlanta too. Dr. Baruti.
Yeah, I checks for him.
Yeah, he's definitely, you know, I've brought him into Nicholas before. Great brother, born. Yeah, so I'm loving the energy, how you're doing it, and I'm glad that you're doing it, because a lot of sisters and a lot of brothers come to me to find out where's a homeschooling community. So I'll be happy to introduce them to you, and then y'all create that, man. Yeah. You know, and I'm
putting it together.
What you said?
We definitely putting a collective together so we can put the powers together and get our Voltron on. So
exactly. Even my brother in East New York, Q Butter, he doing his thing. He got a little school up in there, and he could go there and teach classes in his building. In his building, he teaching children and all that. So pick up the Q Butter, Leo spirit, Leo energy all the time. So Joshua Sarah. Now, you know, the last Sarah I knew was Sarah Suit and Set. So
that's funny.
So, my brother, tell my audience, who is this Jashua Sarah? Now, you can either start from your spoken word or your teaching line or whatever you want to start. Let's tell the world who you are and what you do, my brother, and why you are. Please.
Well, my name is Jashua Sarah. I'm an EARTHIOPIan. I come from God to help my people get back on our spiritual technology tip. In a nutshell, that's everything I'm doing, right? And so, you know, I'm blessed by the ancestors that have a lot of technology built into my DNA, you know, so I've been able to pull out the writing techniques. And that's, you know, I write for Taiji Magazine.
Yep. Yep.
Which is a really dope magazine. You know, all my people's out there. It's a quarterly magazine, Black owned, Black editors, Black photographers, Black everything,
Yes.
Black on Black. It's really dope.
Yes.
You can get it online and in print. So that's Taji Magazines, TAJI. So I write for them. As you just showed, I have written 2 books of my own. Those are poetry books, but I'm currently working on my math book. Is probably my most requested book. Like, do you have this written down? Do you have a book about that? Where's your book? So I'm actually currently finishing that math book.
I can't wait.
And maybe splitting it into 2. I might have to split it into one for like young people as an introductory, and then one is kind of like a, you know, a little bit more in depth. But yeah, and also produce events. You know, in the scheme of really building community, I found out it's really difficult to build community if that's what you say you're doing. Like, hey, y'all, let's get together and power up together. They're like, I don't trust that. But if you throw an event and make it full of love and power and community and culture, they show up for that. They'll pay their money for community. We're trained to be capitalists now. So like, we'll pay for community, but we won't do it for free no more.
Exactly.
I ain't gonna just watch your children. You gotta pay me to watch your children. I ain't gonna just cook for you. I ain't gonna watch your elders. I ain't gonna heal you like community is supposed to do. So yeah, so I realized that if I really wanted to help us like grow forward, we have to have spaces where we can trust each other, where we can be vulnerable, where we can talk about some real talk and feel safe in doing that. So I create events, you know, and they usually show up looking like open mics or concerts or slams, but every single time this is community building, and we're gonna be in there trying to figure out how to get forward, you know. So you know, I do festivals as well, the Lyric Olympics Festival.
Yes.
Which I've got to change the name of it. The trademark office said Olympics didn't like that shit. So
what? Yeah, they would not like it. Yeah, you know they wouldn't. Oh,
yeah, so but we are doing it next year. We just got to change the name. So that'll be
and let them buy it from you.
Right?
Stop playing, you know. But see, and Josh, you know, very proud of you and what you've been doing and how you've excelled here in New York, especially when you come from Florida, right? That's correct. You come from Florida.
I came here from Florida. I was born in Dayton, Ohio.
You born in Dayton, Ohio? Get out of here! I used to live in Ohio, in Cleveland.
Midwest.
I used to live in Cleveland, Ohio, back in the '80s.
That's cold.
Oh yeah, I couldn't take it. I used to have to do security out there in the cold, so I know what Ohio is in the cold, especially when you're standing 12 midnight at night doing security. Wow. Believe me, I know. Yeah, so you came through Dayton, Ohio, lived in Florida, and then you came up to New York. Now, what brought you to New York? Because I know you have a very interesting story about how you got here to New York.
Yeah, it's a couple things that pulled me here. Like, so first of all, you know, I was living in Florida, and Florida is beautiful for your melanin, but the culture was terrible, you know. And I started to feel like I was kind of losing energetic steam living there. Like I was a magnet living in a bag of cotton balls, you know, like I don't even know if I got power anymore. So I started kind of traveling around looking for places that would be resonant. And a friend of mine, Marcy, you remember Marcy?
Yes, of course, my girl Marcy, the Pisces, yes.
Nappy Roots. So, you know, she was involved with Nicholas hosting a show there. And one time when she was there, she walked into the store and there was a brother there named Tito, who he used to design their flyers and stuff. And so he was using my picture that he found on Google on the flyer. So I never heard of Nicholas, he never heard of me, but my picture used to, like if you Google spoken word poetry, my picture used to pop up first on Google for years. And so he was one of the people who used that flyer, used that picture on the flyer, and Marcy saw it and sent it to me. He was like, yo, is this you? Because she used to go to my event in West Palm Beach. So she recognized like the whole thing, and the newspaper had come and taken pictures. So I guess they had good SEO. So their picture was at the top of Google for years. And so then she started hosting that show. And then a guy from Alabama came and he had a flyer that had that same picture of me on his flyer. And he came to Nicholas to perform. And so of course she sees this flyer and sends that to me too. Like, yo, this joint, you really got to come and check this out. And so, you know, I listened to the universe. I listened to when the synchronicities hit hard. And I thought I was gonna move to California, honestly, because I had gone out there and it was love. And then I came to Brooklyn, and Brooklyn wrapped all arms around me. Like it was 24/7 synchronicity when I first came here. Like I was seeing people that don't even live in the city that I haven't seen for years, and we just bumping into each other like, yo, what's good? So the synchronicities I really pay attention to, you know, as
me too. Yeah, me too. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, you know, that brought me here, man. And you know, it's been
and you know what's up when he said synchronicity, you know, and those that are just tuning in, we're speaking with the one, the only Jashua Sarah. extraordinary teacher, extraordinary poet, and a spoken word artist. He's just, his technology with mathematics and doing math on his fingers is crazy. Y'all just don't know. If he's gonna do a homeschool, y'all need to join that. But speaking on synchronicity, at that time, Nicholas Brooklyn was under the number 560 Fulton Street. You remember? Wow. And what's so funny, Joshua was born on the 29th, which actually adds up to 11, and 5 plus 6 adds up to 11. So he was supposed to be in Nicholas Brooklyn. Synchronicity again.
At the very right time, man. Because once I moved up here, I moved up in August. Yes. And then I started hosting that show in November, bro.
Yes, right. And on the 11th month.
11th month.
Damn, you on it.
The numbers be popping, bro.
Them numbers be, I try to tell people, don't lie. People lie to themselves. I keep on telling people.
Yeah, man.
You know, but moving forward now, you are also a licensed teacher, correct?
I am not like a certified teacher. I do teaching artist work.
Oh, teaching artists, yes, please. Let's explain that to our audience.
I create curriculums that are based on using art to teach a subject. So, you know, it might be math, social studies, science, or whatever. So let's say they're doing a vibration class in science, then I'll show up, write a curriculum about using the drums to teach vibration. Okay. So it's arts integration, it's arts infusion curricula, where we're literally using the art form to teach the subject matter, which is African. That's how we learn.
Exactly.
So, you know, I'm out there to address, there's multiple intelligences how we learn. You know, some people learn by listening, some people learn by reading or seeing, some people learn by doing it, whatever. And so when you're doing it with the arts, it gives these multiple access points, and, you know, it allows the children to really absorb it, and it clicks with them, you know?
Holistically.
Right. And I do teach with, you know, I tutor people, and I've taught in a homeschool organizations, teaching the math and whatnot. I used to be a substitute teacher when I was in Florida, but I'm not cut out for classroom teaching. Man, I need a paddle.
You need a paddle.
Bruh. These children wild, man.
Yeah, believe me, I know. Even my daughter remember you from some incident, so.
Exactly.
That's so funny.
That was my last day at that school, for the record.
She said, that's Mr. Joshua. I said, oh, yeah, you know Joshua. You 12 years old. How you know Joshua? Right. He used to teach in my school, but we're not going into that. That's just how our children need help. Our children needs help.
They do. And that's why I love working with them, honestly. I prefer working with like the high school students, because a lot of people have kind of given up on them and kind of like, oh, they this and they that. They rude, they cuss. And I'm like, I slide right in with them. I give them respect, and they appreciate that I treat them like a human and give them respect. So they do it in turn. You know, it's just reciprocal.
Right. And that's what we need. And we've lost that. This old teacher and student is not vibing well. That's why I dropped out of school when I was younger, and I had to take GED and do it all. I just got tired of how they was treating and talking down to us and all the craziness, instead of trying to encourage us to be better. Now, being that there's a lot of parents on my line, because they know I'm a parent and all that, but being that you know, dealing with parents and dealing with children, what is you would say in school system, what you think that the children also need at home, not just in school when they take them to school? Right. Because usually these people are using the school as some type of babysitting mechanism. Basically. So what is it that they need at home also from the parents or the auntie or the uncle or the cousin, whoever, please?
The most important thing that I'm starting to realize they need is a connection to the future, like a motivation, a reason to be learning in the first place. What I'm finding is most students don't know what education is or what it's for. And so they don't have an attachment to it. They don't have a value of it. So no matter how good your lesson is, no matter how successful you might be, they don't care about education because they don't make a connection between education and success. So what they need to come in to the schools already knowing or thinking is that there's a real reason to be there. And I'm like, listen, I tell my children, when I had them in the schools, I would tell them regularly, I honestly don't care about the grades. I care about you learning. And I was like, if you get straight A's, but you can't do nothing, I'm not gonna be proud of that. But if you get straight F's, but you can do everything and speak the languages and you can bust it out, I'm good. Like, I need you to know things. It's not about the grade, you know? And so a lot of the students be like, I got the grade, you know? They be like, well, at least I did this, mister. At least I did this much. And I'm like, at least? I always ask my students, when you grow up, do you want to get paid the least? Now I was like, nah. I'm like, well, if you don't want to get paid the least, then you probably don't want to work the least. You know, what you put into the world is what you're getting out. And if you keep putting in the least, employers notice that, and they don't want to hire somebody who's going to put in the least work. And if you put in what you get out, then put in the most and get out the most, you know? So half of my teaching is like motivational speech, you know what I mean? Is trying to attach them to a reason to be great. Because I mean, even with my own children, I'll be trying to help them deal with certain concepts of like, you full of greatness, man. And you should be into that, not full of, you know, self-doubts and insecurities and all of the reverse reflection that society gives to us in particular. You know, just being able to really know that the God that's in us is the power of the universe. You know what I mean? And so and moving as that, then we good. You know what I mean? So
and it needs to start at home, of course. It needs to start. Has to start. And I like how you teach from a common sense perspective. You got to give them that common sense. I always, with my children, it's like my sons and I'll be dropping that. I'm like, look, how would you like it if this was done to you if you were a teacher? And how you know, I put it in their shoes. I let them become empathetic of somebody else's plight, especially being a teacher or being somebody in charge. Because sometimes, you know, they think only on their own self, on their own ego. Everything is just about them at that moment. But when you understand, I had to learn empathy at a certain time. It took me a long time now. I'm number one, and I could be crazy as hell, self-absorbed and crazy. On the negative, that's the negative of the one. But once I learned, and I had to study that word, empathetic, and being empathizing on other things, and it's still hard and up and down because sometimes you know what you know and do what you got to do to make things happen. But as far as to save and help other people's feelings, I try to at least be empathetic in how would I feel if certain things happen. So, you know, Josh, you know, you definitely a master number. So I know how those master numbers be working.
You're working some things out, man.
I know you got it. Because I tell master numbers like yourself, I said, look, don't be an eagle in the midst of pigeons. Don't do it. You know, and sometimes they fall to that. And I see you just keep on climbing in your aspects and your different aspects of your life. And I could like to say, if I haven't said it to you, I'm very proud of you, my brother. Very proud of what you're doing, man. Because I really honored that, man, and respect.
You're the big bro, like you're the role model in this joint. You know what I mean? Like, all right, that's good.
Man, hey, look, I one time, and I tell people in my book, which you'll be editing, when the late bell rings. When the late bell rang, look, I was a scandalous person back in my day. So I wasn't always the best father. I tell people that all the time. Because when you're chasing entertainment, and I mean, entertainment, you just get caught up in that world, man. So I had to be, and honesty to your children is so important. Being honest. Like, ask the question, I give it to them.
They can feel it. Yes. I tell people all the time, like, truth has a vibrational frequency, and we vibrational people. So we always feeling vibes. And so truth literally has a vibration. You know, just like red is different from orange by a level of frequency of vibration, even though they're very close. So I can tell a straight truth from a half truth from a dead ass lie. Energetically, they feel different. Yes. A person's body gives off a different energy. Their voice carries a different timbre. Like, you can't hide vibration. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Which is why I deal with the math. Like, you know, I use the math to get out of all the little social tricks they try to catch us on. I'd be like,
exactly. Math. And you, speaking of Matt, because you have a very unique way of really decoding RNA and DNA and all that. I've heard you break down it. Sometimes you don't have that much time, but I've heard you do your own lectures when you broke down the whole symbols of mathematics and numbers, the RNA, DNA, what it's reflective of. Now, on Sunday, what can the audience expect? I don't want you to give them too much.
I ain't gonna give them too much. They gotta come get that.
Don't give them too much. But
you gotta come see that live.
Yeah, come and see that live. And you got a PowerPoint. You got at least 45 minutes to an hour. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? So please tell the people what they can expect on Sunday, November 10th at St. Francis College. Please.
So it'll be a combination of two of the things I love the most, which is healing and mathematics. You know, when I was in the 10th grade, I wrote a theorem. accidentally. I didn't even know that's what I did until the next day. My teacher was like, what is this? Like, I don't even know what this is, but I couldn't prove it wrong all night. So I'm gonna let it go. You got 100 on this test. I'm like, okay, cool. And so I've always had a math brain. I didn't think about it back then. I thought about it years later. What the hell? That teacher should have sent me somewhere. She should have like called somebody like, yo, I got a child that's writing theorems over here.
Exactly.
That's why we need a homeschool. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But I'm also, I am a licensed massage therapist, and I studied under Dr. Africa to be a holistic health consultant. That's and so combining, one thing that Dr. Africa is really good at is really making the body simple to understand, honestly.
Yes, he is.
He mystifies all the Latin language the doctors use and just makes it really plain, because the body is very simple. And I'm really appreciative for his approach, because I'm a simple person myself. So when somebody can break something down simple, I got it. You know what I mean? So he makes it so plain and straightforward. And so, I found that sometimes when I go to break it down for people, I'm not an elder. And sometimes they don't, you know what I mean? And I ain't got multiple thick books about health. So sometimes they be looking at me like, how you know? And so then mathematics is always self-explanatory.
Yes, exactly.
Self, you know what I mean? So I don't have to do nothing. Math will prove itself every time. So I just go up and show them the math, like, there you go. And so what I'm going to be showing is the mathematics of health, how our body is just a combination of math. And so health then is an equation. You know what I mean? If you really come to understand, there's this thing called homeostasis, which means that your body is in balance. Everything is balanced out the way it's supposed to be. That's all based on math. Everybody's into alkaline now. Don't nobody even hardly know what that even means.
Ain't what it means.
I don't know. To talk about pH balance, and which means potential hydrogen.
Right.
And so if people don't even know what hydrogen is doing, you know what I mean? Then why does it matter what the potential hydrogen is? You know what I mean? So I'm going to be breaking down what pH really means, what that looks like in the body, not just numbers, but what's really happening in the body, so people can understand. Because, doctors really put us on in terms of saying, like, the body needs to be alkaline, in order to avoid disease. But a lot of people don't take it further to understand that there are different levels of pH in different parts of the body. So for example, like the blood needs to be in a very specific range. It's like 7.35 to 7.45. It's a little bit base. Whereas the stomach is very acidic. It's like very low. The stomach, because it has the acid in there, you know what I mean, to break down the food. But then once it goes into the intestines, then it gets alkaline again. Right. So your body has all these different levels. If I take your saliva, that should be different from your urine. Your saliva should be a little bit more alkaline than your urine should be. So all of these different things, and just kind of understanding the ranges on one level. That's kind of technical though. I like to show people the math that's obvious in the body, to get them to start thinking in a mathematical way about our body. So you were talking about, like, you can do counting on your hands. Like, I can show you how to do multiplication on your fingers. I can show you how to count to 1023 just using binary counting like this. You know what I mean? So I'll do some of those things. My book that's coming out has a whole lot of ways to show children how to do math that's not being taught in school. So, they say it's 1,000 ways to skin a cat or something like that. 1,000 ways to solve a math equation too. And so, they just got into the Common Core standards recently. And I just read an article today that said 2019 is the first graduating class where all the students did 4 years of Common Core in high school. And they said it's the least prepared for the real world class ever. Really? The new schooling system is so confusing that parents aren't able to help their children anymore. Teachers are frustrated, overworked, and stressed the hell out because of the it's not incentive based, it's like punishment based. You know what I mean? If your student don't do well enough, you're fired or you're penalized. So they're stressed out, and they got these students who don't care. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a real snowballing effect of it's getting worse and worse and worse, and nobody's hitting the brakes on it.
And you think that's purpose? That's purposeful? They're doing it on purpose?
Oh yeah, no doubt about it.
I wanted to make sure.
Yeah, because if you already had something that was working for a couple hundred years and was steadily progressing, why would you all of a sudden switch it up? You know, there was a brother who had made a machine that was like producing water in Flint.
Yes.
And then they came and like vandalized it.
Wow.
They broke the hell out of that machine. It wasn't just like random teenagers or something. These were professional scientists who went and destroyed that machine, like from the
Was
inside.
that made by an African brother? A brother? I heard it was a brother. For real?
Yes, it was. Yes, it
was.
And
he was able to make water out of air or something like that?
Air, bro.
That's what I heard, man. That's some deep stuff, man.
He was making water out of the air for Flint, Michigan. And they went and destroyed his machine.
Whoa. Oh.
Now, you know, ain't nobody in Flint did that. They not going to destroy their own fresh water after all of this time of not having water. They're not about to do that. So that was, I mean, like, and he talked about it in a real technical way. He was like, yeah, this is not random vandalism. Like, these people knew what this machine does and they damaged the parts. You know what I mean? Like, in ways that make it irreparable. So it's like, yo, I mean, we know Tulsa, we know Rosewood, we know Tuskegee. You know what I mean?
You know, it's a shame, Josh, that every time we excel, they always got to put the red tape or put some type of fence in front of us to stop.
Well, see,
go ahead.
Let me tell you, and this is an unpopular opinion. I got two unpopular opinions about the relationship between Black and white people in America.
Yes, sir.
My first unpopular opinion is that the Black experience in America is a rites of passage, nothing more. It's an initiation that so far we have not been able to pass because we're not being spiritually mature enough. We are operating on the petty level of our proctor, the test giver.
Yes. Right.
So I look at the Europeans, basically just a test, you know, a test giver, the hardest test that we've ever had. But then if you pass it, you become the most highest version of yourself that we've ever been. So I feel like, you know, if we be God, that means we're infinite. We exist all the time. So this little drop of time that they've been around and running things is not really that deep for people who've been on the planet for how many hundreds of thousands or millions of years, right? So when I look at it like that, if we've been around all this time, just being great, and it's like, yo, after a while, it's like, how can I be greater? I need something to really challenge me. I need something to pull out a power I never even knew I had. So we had to have something this goddamn intense to make us like throw away all the old stuff that don't work for us no more, and to really check our ego, because that's what they use against us all the time, is our tribalism and our ego. They have this real simple trick that they use on us. It's simple, honestly, but it's effective because it's based on the emotional bonds that they create. Here's the trick in a nutshell, right? You build up a bunch of hate for yourself. Like, I'm going to beat you. I'm going to murder your friends. I'm going to rape you. I'm going to do a bunch of terrible stuff. And that is offending all the humanity in you. You hate me by the second more and more and more. And I'm beating you and say your name is Toby. Say your name is Toby. Say your name is Toby. And you holding out. You holding out for days, weeks, months. I don't know how long. But then one day you break. On that one day that you break, that you say Toby, that you eat the food that you ain't allowed to eat for your religion, but that's all they're giving. You know, you do that one thing that breaks. All of that hate you've been building up for them is now flipped on you because you feel a sense of guilt. You feel a sense of weakness. So all of the hate for what's been done to us that should be going outwards is now turned in on us. So now once that happens, that's when they can take the chain off, because now you're fighting yourself and don't even have time to go fight somebody else. So that's the trick that's run off.
Of course.
To get us to hate them so much and then flip it back on us, so we're actually hating ourselves with the hate that we have for them. That keeps us broken on the inside, you know? And so it effectively makes us like powerless if we're always literally inside of ourselves, like, I hate you, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna smoke and drink myself to death and sugar myself and salt myself to death because I hate me. You know what I'm saying? So we're literally fighting with ourselves, and then don't be in a relationship on top of that. You know what I mean?
That's a whole nother different. That's a whole nother
Neely Fuller Jr. right there. Neely Fuller Jr. said, if you have not gotten rid of that white supremacy in you, you cannot be married, because you guys will just oppress each other. There it is.
Yes, sir. You know this book, United.
Oh man, we gotta compensate for this.
The book for Neely Fuller Jr., man. I got the book. I ain't playing. I put it right here with me, man.
Yeah, you need to read that one, Black peoples.
Yes, sir. And
that one, Justification of the Negro, that's the combo you need.
Exactly. And I got his student right next to him, Francis Cress Weldon, Dr. Francis Cress Weldon, right there next to him on my shelf. Hey, look, that's what it's all about, man. You got to get this knowledge, this information. And Josh, like you said, they're doing some real level stuff. They're doing some real things on different levels, to the point that we are constantly in-house fighting, destroying ourselves on multiple ways. And got a lot of work to do, yes. But I heard a speaker said that he said that if you were the enemy, if you were the enemy, wouldn't you do the same thing to us? If you were the enemy, if you thought and put your feet in, then you've seen all the glory we've done for tens of thousands of years, and you only had a short time on earth, wouldn't you do the same thing? And I had to say, yes. I guess if I was the enemy and it was in their position, we would do the same thing, try to hold them back, because we don't want you building. I went to a European and said, would you go back to the caves if it was told to you to go back to the caves? He ain't going back. That's why John Henry Clark used to say, the good white folks are the shield for the bad white folks. So-called quote unquote good white folks are the shield, are the protectors of the bad white folks, because they're not going back. They're not going to stop this system.
No, it works too well. They've got too much invested in it. It works exactly like they made it to work. They're very good at saying one thing and doing the other, but convincing you to believe the thing they said, even though they're doing something else right in your face. They're very good at propaganda. Like, they understand our emotional states. Like this Harriet Tubman movie, bro. You heard about this, Jack?
I ain't even go see it, because my spirit told me not to go. I can't go.
I almost took my boys to see it, and they was like, nah, I don't want to see it. And I was like, why not? It was like, you want to see a Hollywood version of Harriet Tubman? I was like,
yeah.
I was gonna give them a chance. But then I read up about it. I was like, oh no, I'm glad we ain't spend no money on that.
Man, I'll wait for the DVD. On the $5 DVD.
You know what I mean? We'll find it online or something. Bro.
Exactly.
Just so I can know how to talk about it right. But yeah, I'm not happy with what they did with it.
No. And it came out fourth. I understand it came out fourth in the box office. It's fourth place in the box office. I mean, look, and I told people about this number 4 energy. Very careful. Anytime these 4s start popping up, it was going to be weird. The way they presented it, what they were showing, it just didn't catch my eye. Something was saying,
that's real.
Be leery of the delusions and illusions that they're presenting, because I know we're going into a 2020 dynamic, which the 2 and the 2 equals the 4, that deals with delusions and illusions, and also technology and how they're going to use technology to cast these delusions and illusions. So I just said, nah, my spirit said, nope, I ain't going. I'm good.
Yeah. That's smart, bro. Y'all probably have to write an article about it, man. It really, bro. Everything about it seems terrible. You know what I mean? But it's for me, it's spiritual warfare, bro. Like, that's an attack on us, intentional. You know what I mean? And so then I feel a way about them black folks that's in that movie helping to promote that bullshit, man. Made up characters in this woman's life. It's supposed to be a biopic. This is supposed to be history. And they've created multiple characters for this story that ain't real, and rewrote her life and her motivations and her reality. And I'm like, yo, nah, that's mad disrespectful. Because Nat Turner, Harriet Tubman, Marcus Garvey, these people are super important to my understanding of life. So when you start messing around with them, I'm starting to look at you like, nah.
And they're supposed to be working on a Marcus Garvey flick next. That's what I'm hearing with Delroy Wilson, Lindo. Play.
I saw that a couple years ago. Like,
yeah, they keep on saying he's gonna do it, they're gonna do it, but they trying to get the same messed up story like they doing with Harriet Tubman. I'm telling you,
they were supposed to do Hannibal a while back.
Yes.
But then they don't be doing, until they can figure out how to fuck it up for us, they're not gonna do it.
And Will Smith wanted to do Taharka.
Really?
He wanted to do Taharka.
Wow.
Harka, and they shut that down real quick, according to the sources of the magazine that I was reading at that time.
I'm not impressed with none of it, man. I'm not even impressed with Tyler Perry having nothing.
Yeah, I'm kind of leery with that.
Isn't that the Tim Reed, right? That's the brother's name. He was an actor.
Yes, I remember Tim Reed. Yes, the dark-skinned brother.
What was he in? Because he had his own movie theater too, or his own film studio too.
Really?
Tyler Perry was the first black person to do that. But Tyler
Perry
is the first one with that fits the agenda.
Yes, exactly. That fits the agenda. And people won't admit that he's, of course, he's filtering, but there is a vortex that has been opened.
Right.
He did open up a vortex, and I said that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but we got to pay attention because again, he's born on the 13th of September, 4. We're going into the 4 years, the delusions and the illusions that's going to be cast upon the mental energy, which is the 4 energy. So I already see what it is.
That's why people see what they do. Math down, man.
Matter of fact, the place that he bought adds up to a number 4, which is crazy. The place that fortress, that adds up to the address adds up to a number 4. I broke down the whole side. I'm like, oh snap! And then he purchased it actually in 2000. He actually purchased it earlier before that. He purchased it in 2011, which is a 4.
Wow. Yeah. He purchased that long ago?
Yeah, he purchased it. And then he had to, remember, you have to renovate and do what you got to do. You got to work on it. So it took time, but that's been purchased. They closed down in 2011 in the 4 year. And then of course another number 4 picked it up. Which is interesting to me. That was the whole science. It closed down in 2011. Yeah.
Man. So yeah, I tell people to get up on the math because like you were there when I did like that 5-minute lecture on the importance of Black relationships. I basically like sex. You know what I mean? I was like, because that's how we keep building the nation,
right?
Making babies, and also that's the spiritual technology of manifestation. So
exactly.
I made a point in there to say that you need a plug and
an
outlet.
Yep.
To get power, and that's always my answer when people ask me about all of the gender stuffs that are happening now. I'm like, look.
I use that with my children, man. I use that with my children and grandchildren. I use that.
The science keeps you out of the trouble. Like I say this all the time to anybody. I don't care if you're gay or or straight. It doesn't matter because I'm just talking science, and I'm talking about me and my preference. And if you can get yours, I can have mine. My preference is power, and so I need a plug and an outlet. If you ain't here for power, you can do what you want. Put all the plugs with the plugs you want, and I hope something turned on for you. I hope you get something turned on with all the plugs.
What a fellow Libran says, my man Phil Valentine said, he says that's called functional extinction.
Boom. He's a Libra though. That's funny.
Yeah, he's a Libra. Yeah. Functional extinction.
Functional extinction.
Functional.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Go for it.
That's what it is. Let's be real. Those that are just tuning in, we're with my brother Jashua Sarah, who will be at the event. We're not going to keep him too long, family, because he got a lot to drop in that 45 minutes to an hour window. And I hope he goes up to a certain day to be able to filter questions from the audience in that hour. And we got a lot of people that's going to be on. But remember, it's happening this matter of fact, he's performing at the Turn Your Social Media Followers Into Money on Saturday, November the 9th. The Quasi's event. Remember, you could go to their Eventbrite at secondbusinessexpo.eventbrite.com, secondbusinessexpo.eventbrite.com. And then he's going to be speaking and might drop a little performance at my event, my celebration, 24 years professionally in promotion and production, health, wealth, love, spirituality, and mathematical thinking into the future, November the 10th at St. Francis College. Be there or be square, people. I'm telling you, because we got to have a little pew 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 pew.
I need to get one of those for you, bro. Dropping bombs.
Hey, dropping the bombs, man. Remember, we got KT, the arts degree. We got the Oracle, his wife. We got Moncho and Nawasha. We got Abundance Child. We got Joshua Sarah, who you got on the line right now with us, and we got also the Cool News Report by Narubi Sila, Pharaoh Rising, and Modesty will be performing, all happening at St. Francis College, downtown Brooklyn, also Court Street or 180 Remsen Street in Brooklyn, New York. Doors open at 1 p.m. Remember, if you show the discount flyer, you can get it off my Instagram and my Facebook or my Twitter. You can get it off of there. Just show it at the door off your phone, and you get a discount at the door if you can't pay it by PayPal or Cash App. Or you can pay it by KingSimonProductions.eventbrite.com. That's it's $24.99 online, and at the door it's $35, but you get a discount with that flyer. So, Josh, in closing, please give everybody your social media, where people can find you, what's your next spoken word events, when your school, or when are you going to be doing the homeschooling networking thing, however they can contact you to find out about the homeschooling network, please give it to them, man. Give it all to them.
All right. Well, let me tell them first on the outro of my Sunday presentation.
Yes.
Essentially, the energy I'm coming from is like this. You got these organs in your body, and I look at them like instruments in a band. One instrument is out of tune, you hear it. And if it's out of tune, all the instruments sound bad. You know what I mean? So all the instruments have to be in tune for the song to come out correctly. And so when we get our organs out of tune, we call it disease. And it's a way to tune them back in. And just like music is mathematical, tuning your body, your organs up is mathematical. So I'll, just be trying to give people some real basic ways to rethink about their body so they have the power back, because the doctors have stolen our power by changing all of the words into Latin. So you don't know that they're just saying your stomach hurts or your back hurts, but they're just saying it in Latin. And they're literally just saying back to you what you said. Oh, my stomach hurts and my throat is scratching. They'd be like, oh, well, you've got Hermes stomachus and scratchiest throatus.
That's what I love about Dr. Africa. He just dispel all that bull crap that they be throwing.
Right away. So yeah, so a little bit of that kind of stuff to give some language on there. Like there's certain words that if you know the suffix like osis and itis and things like that, if you know some of these things, then you start to understand what they're saying when they say it, and it completely demystifies it. So it's really only one or two real diseases at all. You know what I mean? They just show up in different body parts and in different systems, but like dehydration is the main disease we have. Most people don't even know the dehydration and chronic dehydration. The older you get without having enough water, the more your systems get dehydrated and function, not so well. So I'll be talking a lot about water because that's what our bodies are mostly made of.
This is a good book.
Yeah, bro. Like it's really dope water books out here. Really incredible scientists who have put out some really dope information about what water is, what it does, the fact that it's indestructible, like our spirit, and that in all the ancient religious texts, they all talk about the universe before anything was created, there was water and blackness.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? That's the bottom of the ocean. That's the mother's womb. That's the inside of us right now is this black water. And so if you can understand water, it's one of the most unique things on the planet. It's got all these weird ass properties that nobody really even thinks about. The fact that ice floats, nothing else, when it gets cold, expands. It shrinks up and sinks. But when water gets into ice, it expands and floats. Only thing on the planet that does that. You know what I mean? So when you just start to think about why does it have all of these unique properties that only it has, and that's mostly what our body is made of, then you start to think of yourself as a water being, not as a flesh being. You know what I mean?
Right.
It changes how you really approach your wealth. I mean, your wealth. I was trying to say health and wellness.
Wellness, right.
Your health and your wellness is your wealth. So, y'all can find me on JashuaSarah.com. JASHUA, Sarah is SARA.com. You can find me on all the social media platforms as EARTHIOPIAN, which is a phrase that the ancestors gave to me in response to me asking, if I can't identify as American or African American or Black or Negro, because none of them felt right. And I kept being like, yo, I need something. I need a container for all of this spirit. And after a lot of searching, a lot of John Henry Clark and Shake Hand to Jump, a lot of that kind of stuff, then the ancestors like EARTHIOPIAN, because I don't like the name Africa. It's not old enough for our people. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody else's stuff. So Ethiopia was the oldest name I could find besides Al-Kebulan.
Right.
But Al-Kebulan didn't fit. I can't walk around. I'm Al-Kebulanian. It just don't even roll off the tongue.
Dr. Ben tried it.
Yeah, he tried it. It ain't flavorful.
Hey, Josh, somebody just asked, what water do you recommend? What water do you recommend? Because there's so many different springs, distilled.
Water from the earth.
Water from the earth, okay. What springs?
Listen, all of that water, fancy this and fancy that, ain't necessary, honestly.
Please.
Honestly, tap water is decent enough to survive on in terms of your health needs. Now, we know that they pollute the hell out of the tap water. So if you can get you a filter and all of that, cool. But honestly, man, and I've looked into it, even the Kangen water systems and all of that, there's a lot of water systems out there.
Yeah.
get you some chlorophyll, liquid chlorophyll, and put it in your water, whatever kind of water you got. Of course, people promote the alkaline water, and I get that.
Right.
You definitely shouldn't be drinking acid water. You know
of course, like, of course.
I'll say that. But I mean, water is generally neutral. You know, it's literally the measuring point of neutral. So, you know, it's cool to get the alkaline, but as I was saying before, your body has alkaline and acid needs. And so understanding the homeostasis of it is more important than just saying I need alkaline. The reason people are so heavy on alkaline is because we're in a very acidic society. Cooked food automatically turns into acid. So if you're not eating a raw diet, you're automatically eating a bunch of acid in your body, as well as all the electrical stuff, the toxins in the air. Now they spray in the air with toxins, the stuff that's in the water, all of that stuff turns into acid in your body. Stress, you know what I mean? We're in a constant stress state. Our adrenal glands are constantly firing off, and that all turns into the body being more acidic. Negative thinking, speaking negative words, all that creates more acidic conditions. So because it's such a fire heavy society, which turns into, you know, that's acid when it's liquid, then we have to balance it out with more alkalinity. But water in itself is water, man. Like, as long as it's not polluted water, it's made for you. Like, you can look at the animals on the planet, they'll roll up on a mud puddle and drink the water, and they're good.
That's right.
You know what I mean? I'm telling you, you'd be better off drinking out of a natural pond or lake that's not polluted than drinking some bottled water of any kind.
Right, right. Especially because a lot of the plastic be like seeping into the water nowadays. Especially they don't have good plastic and all that. So, well, you know, Josh, don't go too deep. We know.
Gotta come out Sunday.
Yeah, let's
go. You gotta tell me when to stop. Deeper and deeper, bro.
But you know, I'm happy. I'm very happy that you're part of this whole 24 energy that I'm doing there at St. Francis College, man. And you know, come out to when you're doing your open mic. This brother is a fantastic spoken word artist, like you said. And if you get his books, please get his book. One is called Black Hole, of course, spelled with the W, the hole. And of course, the other one says, if I could sing, I would sing a song for the Black woman. Very powerful.
I be hitting all the little falsetto notes.
Yes.
I do all that, bro. If I could do it, bro.
Yes, you do, my brother.
I write poems for him all day. I got you.
And you be spitting it off your head, man. You and Osiris, man. Y'all be going at it, man.
Congratulations to him. He was just over there in Prague, I think. He got
again? A word? Oh, man.
My man did a crowd surf. I was mad jealous.
Oh, he did the crowd surf and then drop him? What?
The sisters held him up. I was proud.
Oh, that's good, man. And you know what's so funny? I just spoke to his mother about her and I doing some work just recently the other day. Her and I go back some years. So yeah. I'm glad.
Y'all go check out Osiris Anthem. He's an incredible lyricist, man. Incredible freestyle artist.
Yes, he is, man.
Two-time world freestyle champion. This year he got second place, I think he said. He lost by like a half a point or 0.2 of a point. Like, brother's incredible.
Wow. I mean, we got some in this generation. We got some incredible people like yourself, Osiris, my son, Prince Imagine. Got some incredible people doing their thing, man. And these acts that come through the spoken word, sometimes at Nicholas or wherever you do that, and at Baba Odun.
Yeah,
Abi Odun has his spot, and I know he get a lot of people. I have yet to get up there and actually be a part of that. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I haven't been up there yet. I haven't been to his place yet.
On.
I know he'll be happy to see me because I used to work.
That's a violation, bro. You've been in New York way too long.
Yeah, that's a violation. I didn't know he was doing it until my son told me he was doing it because, you know, after I left us SOBs, I kind of left a lot of that stuff alone, you know. But next year, and I want you to be a part of this, Joshua, not just as probably an MC, but also a performer. I want to do a showcase at SOBs.
All right, bro.
With official Gray music over there, vegan. Yeah, my man.
That's dope.
Yeah, KT, the arts degree, his wife Laree, they also performers. Red Pill, Blue Pill. I want to do Kambada, do yourself. And Modesty and Pharaoh Rise. I want to put all the concert stuff together at SOB.
That sounds real fun, bro.
Nah, it's gonna be. I'm gonna talk to him after the retrograde because I don't like talking that stuff out. But I'm gonna talk to him. and meet with them, because I still have access to SOBs. It's all in my book. No Promotion is Bad Promotion. You see the picture of the owner in my book. He's in the book. The only white guy in my book. No other person, no other white guy. I could consider him one of my only so-called white friends. Only one, because he did a lot to help hone me into the promotional world and the publicity world and the PR world. So, you know, and he looked out for a lot of things. I gotta show him respect, you know. I don't kiss ass, so he knows me. So but if you show me real respect, I can show you real respect. So that's how I deal with human beings in this world, or light beings in this world. You know what I'm saying?
I do, bro.
But my brother, thank you very much, my brother. And I can't wait to see you on Sunday. I hope you're bringing your children, man. Bring them over, man. Please bring your children, man.
I am. Wait, I forgot to tell you my other unpopular opinion.
Let's go. Hey, go ahead. Give me the other. Go ahead.
My other unpopular opinion about the relationship between Black and white people is that white people actually want Black people to succeed in spite of everything they throw at us. I don't think they throw all of this at us for us to fail. Right. I think they're trying to figure out how to get out of it themselves. And so they're throwing it at us to watch us get out of it so they can see how to get out of it themselves.
Yeah, they tricky. So yeah, they would do that.
You know, I got this concept from church people. This church first lady once said that sometimes people try to make you fall because they want to see you succeed.
Right.
So that they'll like have an example. They don't want to see you fall, but they'll try you. They want to believe you. They want you to be the real deal, but they've had their heart broken so many times, they don't believe in it. So they're going to try you to see if you real. And then if you real, they'll actually be able to turn their leaf around. They'll be like, oh, I got an example. But if not, then they're like, oh, see, I knew it. You was just another ass, faux ass, hotep ass, fake ass.
Right.
So, you know, so it takes it back to what I was saying earlier. Like if we can't mature enough to pass the initiation, then maybe we don't need to be running the world. If we can't deal with this threat to our planet, you know, if it's like, if you break into my house and you kick my ass, shit, maybe it's your house.
Exactly. It's your house. You got to get out of here. And come back with a bigger weapon.
Unpopular opinions I'll be having, bro. But that's because I'm trying to be really spiritually mature and get us up out of the situation.
I'll be like Marlon Wayans in Menace to Society. He come out with a bigger weapon. He starts doing the moonwalk. He got a big old bomb and rocket launcher. Okay. Yo, Josh, that's funny. Yo, but thank you very much.
It's been fun, bro. I appreciate you.
Oh man, I feel good tonight. This is so funny. So I had Abundance Child yesterday. I had a good time with Abundance Child, and then I had having you, brother. Then of course I had Moncho and Washa, and I had KT starting it off. Man, thank you very much, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate your energy, man, and keep on doing what you're doing. I'm gonna finish off the program, but I want to say salute to you and have a great evening. All right, my brother.
You too, fam.
Thank you, brother. You too. Peace. That's my brother Jashua Sarah, and he's gonna be part of the whole extravaganza. Now, do I know how to get rid of him, or he know how to get rid of himself? I'm trying to figure this out. You all right, Josh? Or you left? Yeah, I think he left. Okay, great. So it's very important that we come on out. We got a few events coming up, and I just want to close out with that and remind everybody that, you know, I will be in Philadelphia, people, first time on November the 14th, absolutely free, teaching on numerology, holistic numerology. I'm bringing Numerovation, and I'm going to bring my principles of Numerovation to the first time that I'm ever going to really reveal it out there, my 10 basic principles. You could add on or take away, but my 10 basic principles of Numerovation, and why I've learned to use numbers to motivate you to another level. But I really use motivational principles to help take you to that next level, like I've taken myself to the next level. Because I've been through a whole lot in my life. I've studied a lot of people. I've worked with a lot of people in my life. You'll find that out if you get my book, No Promotion is Bad Promotion. Just spell my name right, or No Promotion is Bad Promotion, and All Publicity is Good Publicity. Just spell my name right. It's in that book. You see the pictures, everybody and there's more. I couldn't put everybody's picture. It would have been a whole photo book. a photo album if I would have did that. But it's so important that we all learn how to use our mathematics that we were born with, from a cosmophysics perspective, like Ra'aku does, from a numerovation perspective, like I do, from a cardology perspective, like Maximus, Aquarius Maximus does, like most of the astrologers and the tarots out there. And like I like to do, I like to show the books. At Philadelphia, I will be bringing all these books to Philadelphia. I'm gonna be bringing, like Panic and Bobby Hemmett does, they like to bring books and show the books. I'm bringing all these books and probably a little more, but it's heavy as hell. It's heavy already. You know what I'm saying? I'm showing you that this stuff is real. I study, I research, I don't play. I really go in. I love to study, I love to research, and I really show you how numerovation or numerology is an African, ancient African science. As a matter of fact, one book alone can tell you about that. Just looking at Africa Counts, Number and Patterns in African Culture. The third edition by Claudia Zalaski. This is a very good book. Africa Counts. I ain't playing. Oh man, I don't play. And those that want to get into numbers, and you know, a lot of people out there always ask me, "Oh, how come you ain't win the numbers? How come you ain't win it?" First of all, my mother dated me. She was never into teaching us numbers. She wanted us to save money, invest, and do what we got to do. So I'm kind of jaded from playing lotto. I don't play lotto. That's not my thing. But I tell you one thing, this brother here, who was a Cancer number 6, he was born the same day as Kevin Hart and 50 Cent, used to win lotto on a consistent basis. As a matter of fact, in his books with receipts, he wrote that he won lotto 19 times in 1 month. He got the receipts in the book, and this book is called How to Win Games of Chance. It's a brother. He used to be on radio with Lloyd Strayhorn, and his name is Kenneth Dickerson. Kenneth Dickerson. He transitioned already, but his daughter and his son-in-law is holding it down and holding his company down. So you could actually order this book. And then he makes reference to a white woman named Gail Howard that was an aficionado when it comes to this lotto stuff. And she won lottery 72 times and have showed people how to win lotto. Both of them have showed you how to use numerology, astrology, your biorhythms, and all of that inside the book. So this is a good book to get if you're into lotto. If you're into the lotto and that's what you want to do. He kept it on a low level. He didn't win it. He didn't go for the big numbers. He always kept it on a low level, winning the 2,000 here, the 5,000 there, the 3,000 there. That's how he did it. And that's how you're supposed to be. That's how you're supposed to move. Smart. You gotta move smart when you're dealing with numbers like that and winning lottery. So, hey, yeah, Josh, it's good books, man. I'm carrying those books with me to what you call it, the place called Temple University, because I can show them better than I could tell. I gotta show them. And most of these books, if not all of them, got bibliographies in the back where it leads to more information. So they got real primary resources in there. So anytime people talk about numbers or pseudo and all that kind of crazy, that's what's written in Wikipedia. But the real scholars know what numerology is. And numerology is not separate from me or you. Any form of math, any form of using numbers at any point, in anywhere, in any form, is a study of numbers, which is numerology, because any ology that is put behind anything, that means the study of, and numer is numbers. Study of numerology is the study of numbers. So let's cut the bull crap out and make sure you know your numbers and how it's connected to you, so you can be a better person. Because remember, to recognize any basic scientific evidence, it has to be measurable, it has to be observable, and it has to be repeatable. It has to be measurable, it has to be observable, and it has to be repeatable. And the study of numerology and its connection to human beings and the universe has been measurable, observable, and repeatable, and patterns are shown. I study the patterns of my family. I study the patterns of my friends. I study the patterns of artists and celebrities, and it doesn't fail me at all when I study these patterns. So numerology is a real science. It's not pseudoscience. It's a metaphysics science that really helps and guide if you learn to use it. Now, if you don't believe it, I'm not forcing nobody. That's up to you. But all of us like to scream, numbers don't lie, numbers don't lie, numbers don't lie. Okay, if the physicists from Stephen Hawkins to Neil deGrasse Tyson to the Isaac Newtons and all these different people that study the universe are saying that the universe is mathematics, and we're in the universe because we're on Earth, and so there's a macro and there's a micro. So if you understand those concepts, damn it, you better understand you are living math, like my girl Nairobi said in her first album. You are living math. Let's not get it twisted. All right, my family, I'm gonna get on out of here. I'm gonna get on out of here. I'm gonna get on out of here. I'm going to step back to the side and ride, and get on out of here. So please, 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 family, please come on out. Come on out and come on out. Come on out and please, please, please come on out on Saturday. We'll be at this event. That's the Turn Your Social Media Followers into Money. King Na, Ash Cash, King Simon. Performers like Jashua Sarah will be there, and that's going to be at the Alhambra Ballroom, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Make sure you come on out. And don't forget, on November the 10th, we will be at the St. Francis College. We'll be there at the St. Francis College. So please come on out with, of course, KT, the Arts Degree, the Oracle, Moncho, Nawasha, Abundance Child, Joshua Sarah, Cool News Report by Nairobi Sila, Pharaoh Rising, Modesty will performing, and that's happening at 180 Remsen Street, downtown Brooklyn. Make sure you did those open at 1 o'clock. And if you're in Philadelphia, family, if you're in Philly, baby, I will be in the Philadelphia area for the first time in Temple University. I will be speaking on November the 14th, which is actually the anniversary of when we did Dr. Sebi back in 2009. From 7 to 9 p.m., I will be speaking on holistic numerovation, or holistic numerology at Temple University at the Pan-African Studies Community Education Program, and it's called Self-Discovery Class, and that's going to doors open at 6:30 p.m. It's absolutely free, limited seating, and it starts at 7 o'clock over there at 1509 Cecil B. Moore Avenue. That's 1509 Cecil B. Moore Avenue, second floor, Philadelphia, PA 19121. That's 19121. And for further information, if you want to vend, I don't know if they're allowing vendors and all that, but if you want to come and you want the address or you want directions, please call 215-871-0736. That's 215-871-0736. You want a numerovation session with me, please text me your full name and date of birth, and then text me at 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. Thank you very much, family. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're going to be watching this at broadcast. And I hope to see you on Saturday, Sunday, or Thursday in Philadelphia. Go to my IG, King Simon Productions on IG, King Simon Productions on Facebook, King Simon Prod on Instagram, and KingSimonProductions.eventbrite.com, KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Be at peace. Love you. Take at peace. I'm out of here. Let's go. Let's close this down. Let's see what's happening here. And let's end this thing.